Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. We are in different places today. I'll fix up this screen for tomorrow. I didn't realize how small we were going to be on the screen because we're in split screen. But I just want to point out, so if this is on YouTube, you're not going to hear it. But anyone who watched on Twitch right now heard Carla Marie for no reason just clapping before we went on. And
I love to clap.
It's always, you do the weird thing always at the worst time. Like we were getting ready to go, it was gonna kick off, and Carla Marie just for no reason started clapping like a seal.
I was right. You said get ready, and I was like, "Yay, I'm ready."
But welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. It is Monday morning, June 20th, and this is the new era. We are kicking off a new era of the Carla Marie and Anthony Show, or of EMH Enterprises.
Yeah, without My Day Friday.
Yeah, My Day Friday was retired this past Friday, as it should have been.
It's weird. It's weird. I don't think it'll feel weird until we're back in Seattle because we're traveling this week and next week. But I think like that first full week in Seattle without having to do it will be weird.
I think this Friday will be weird. I think this Friday is going to be, because obviously we've taken, breaks, whether we had to from the company or if we were vacationing or whatever, or just had technical problems. But this is the first time there's no excuse. It's just not there.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be a podcast anymore.
But it was a perfect retirement party.
It was. And to everyone who not only came out, but watched here on Twitch, thank you very much for making that a very, very special day. And obviously coming out was great, right? Everyone who came out, there was about 50 people that showed up, then our families were there. There were some randoms that probably didn't even know what was going on. But knowing that people tuned in as well, live from across the country, even though they couldn't be there drinking with us and hanging out, and a lot of things were kind of inside, it was cool to see everyone pop in there. And Heather on Long Island with 500 bits. Thank you.
Thank you. Martha said she cried like a baby watching. Augie watched on Twitch as well. A lot of people said they watched on Twitch. I was thinking, since we retired My Day Friday, but what if we should have made it like a funeral and told everyone they had to wear black and everyone had to pay their respects. Damn it, we messed that up.
We missed that one. Yeah, we missed the ball on that.
Yeah.
Or you missed the ball? I guess in baseball that would be like a strike. You missed the ball. Missed the boat?
Missed the boat.
You could miss both, though. You could miss the train if you wanted to.
But now, all those fun intros we had for My Day Friday, I think you need to make them for Twitch.
I could probably put a couple of those together. Or maybe I can try to coerce our friend Jason Burrows into making some for us, since he's much, much, much better at it.
Maybe we can convince Coaster Boy Josh. I think we're getting lunch with him on Wednesday.
What, to voice our stuff? I mean, we already have Lauren, too.
No, to make... to mix them together, too. Because, he did... No, I guess he never did in the old ones.
No, the only person who helped us with those audio intros for My Day Friday would have been Bald Freak Ronnie. And he didn't create the actual production. He voiced them. Him and Jake actually was in one of them as well.
Yes.
But
Jake.
The ones that Ronnie did, if you are familiar, if you're not, we're going to move off of this in a second, so don't worry. The ones that Ronnie did, he voiced the plane, the My Day Friday Airlines. He voiced the train one. He voiced the roller coaster and the National Geographic sounding one. The
jungle.
Yeah. So those are all...
The Anthony Anaconda.
Yeah, that's all...
And the Carla Marie Cobra.
That's all Bald Freak Ronnie. And then in that, the wild one, right, with the Anthony Anaconda, there you hear Baby Jake.
He gets bit.
Mm-hmm. He makes some noise in the background.
We just hit the hype train, so I need to now yell to my parents in front of the construction workers that are downstairs that they need to bring me up alcohol to my bedroom. So this is going to be interesting. But
let's see if I can get my brother Michael to bring a shot up here.
Michael's there?
Michael's here somewhere. Oh, he just heard me. I guess he's up here. Sorry.
Desiree said, I'm finally quitting the job I've had for 5 years. The time has come to peace out.
Peace out. And when you say finally, it means you've been thinking about this for a while. So congratulations. And hopefully you are on. Not hopefully. I know you're on to bigger and better things. So congratulations. And thank you to everyone who's putting the shot glasses in the chat, because I can't really see the chat that well with this current setup.
Ma!
So that helps a lot. You all right there, Carla Marie? What are you looking at?
I can't find my phone.
So just go downstairs and get a shot.
Well, now the construction workers just heard me screaming for my mom.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Yeah, that's a lot. That screen looks so cool. Can you see it, Carla Bray? Our actual like Twitch screen right now.
Yeah, why?
It has so many shot glasses on it.
Oh, I didn't see that. Maybe I will in a second. I don't know how. I don't know if emotes are. Oh, there they are.
I wonder if at some point this week we can almost fill up the entire screen with Twitch. I feel like if everyone threw an emote in there, the whole screen would be filled up.
Wait, I wish my sister was here. Maybe I'll convince my older sister to come here tomorrow.
Oh, you're not going to tell the story now?
I don't know. I think it would be funnier coming from her.
Okay.
And it involves Twitch. And I was just in utter and complete disbelief. So I think we can have maybe her and my mom, because they're both ditzy with this, on the show tomorrow, because I think Thursday we're going to be doing the show together for your birthday.
Oh, okay. That'd be kind of cool. Also, the screen is just all emotes right now. So thank you very much, everybody.
I hear my mom's phone ringing.
Are you calling her?
Uh-huh.
You're ordering a shot on the phone?
Mom, I'm live on the show. Can you bring me up a shot of something? Okay, thanks,
Oh, you're
ma'am.
going to get limoncello, aren't you?
Bye. Yeah, I don't know where that like obsession. All right, tell me if you can hear noise as the doors open.
No, I don't hear anything.
What? At any point in time.
Oh, let's see. My shot has arrived, I guess. Oh.
You have to wait.
I have the option here. What do we got, Mikey?
We have Casamigos tequila.
Casamigos.
And Evan Williams honey.
And Evan Williams honey. So a honey bourbon. Interesting. Well, thank you,
Who's
sir.
Evan Williams?
No.
Will I get to see Michael this week?
Probably, yeah.
Wow, Justin's my favorite brother at this point.
Because he came to the meetup?
He came to the meetup. I've gone on 2 vacations with him. How does he hear me?
I don't know. Well, because I said because he came to the meetup, so Michael's smart enough to put 2 and 2 together that you said Justin's your favorite.
That's funny.
Seeing all the emotes on the screen is actually pretty cool.
All right.
Thanks. Go, madame.
What is this?
Good morning. Limoncello.
I knew
was
it.
pouring your pie hole, but Daddy gave you that.
Wait, what is pie hole?
It tastes like apple pie.
Well, I wish I got that instead.
Let's see.
Tomorrow we're gonna have you and T on the show to don't say now, to discuss what you thought was happening on Twitch all this time.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. I like our idea.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, shut the door behind you,
I think
please.
I
Thank
poured
you, ma'am.
A pretty large shot here, but
I should have told her to just put like water with some lemon juice. No one. Whoa! Can I do that?
No, yours is too cloudy.
Oh. Wow, we're stupid.
This is dumb. All right, cheers to you, Carla Marie. Cheers to everyone who helped us out getting through the hype train. Cheers to my brother Michael, who brought in this shot that I poured way too much of.
Michael.
Woo! Actually, it wasn't that bad. I guess any of the honey bourbons are actually pretty easy to drink.
Michael called me a jerk in the chat. We need to ban him, though he's a mod. He can ban himself.
All right, so.
Oh, sorry, Justin. Yes, Justin said he missed me saying that he was my favorite. I feel like I've spent more time with him, you know?
So, moving on, though, because we did talk about the show on Friday, the last My Day Friday podcast that we did live, but we were also on with Elvis Duran in the morning show for like the whole morning. That was a hoot. Which I did not expect.
No. It was weird being, first of all, just like on the radio again and having to remember radio rules.
That was actually the first time we were in a live radio studio since we got let go. We were in Charlotte when they gave us that guy AJ gave us a tour of the Charlotte iHeartRadio offices.
Yeah.
And we were in Bobby Bones' studio that he sometimes does his show from. But neither of those, like, we never actually went into the live studios with AJ. And with Bobby, the show was off. We were doing a podcast.
Right. So it was so weird. And I was like, oh, it's like riding a bike, kind of. But then I was like, I'm talking way too much for someone that's not on the show. Shut up. Like, I was just not for the newlywed game part. Like, I just sat in the room
Mhm.
and just started interacting with everything that was happening like I was supposed to, but I know that I wasn't. But I mean, they don't care. Whatever.
You know,
That's the best thing about that show.
I always get kind of nervous in the studio with Elvis,
Yeah.
partly because there's so many people in there. So I don't want to step on anyone's toes. I'm nothing in that studio, you know? Like there's mega stars of radio in there. And
yeah, but they appreciate us being there because they miss us. Like if we were there every day, you know, I think they'd enjoy us being there 'cause
maybe
we're not
I don't
always
know.
there. We're like
I
tiny
just-
little toys.
I just always get so nervous. Like I don't want to say the wrong thing with Elvis there. And any other studio, I wouldn't care. If you could put me in with Ryan Seacrest, I would not care. I would talk the whole time. But with Elvis, I'm just like, he's so good at what he does. I don't know.
I just want to go back we might go in Wednesday, but we might go in late. But I kind of just want to go in early Wednesday morning and like do it all again. Do they need me to work?
Oh, you mean Carla Marie wants more attention? That's so weird.
You're a jerk. You love attention.
No, I really don't.
No, it wasn't attention. It was so fun.
It was fun.
Being in that room and the energy, jerk. Also, that attention got us so many more Instagram followers on our show account and orders to our You Look Great store. So you can suck it.
Did it really?
I'll take all that money.
Were there people buying stuff from You Look Great?
It was cool. And then every time they like posted a new video, I would like fuel a little bit after that, start seeing orders come in. So
I posted this morning. Carla Marie yelled at me yesterday because I wasn't posting enough about youlookgreat.co, our You Look Great merch, which, by the way, if somehow you've watched us this long and still don't know, the You Look Great store will close on July 5th.
Not like, hopefully not forever. Who knows?
No, but this limited run, it's a limited edition run of the things we have available. So that will be done on July 5th. That's when the orders actually start processing and getting printed and then shipped out as they get completed. So go there now and buy something.
Yeah.
But I did post this.
More things.
No, well, I
Sorry.
did post this morning because I was like, all right, Carla Marie gave me some crap for not posting. And I will
Have you
say
even
this.
posted on your feed?
No, that'll be today.
Anthony, you have been the store has been open for over a week and there's nothing. If that story runs out, no one can go to your Instagram and be like, oh, Anthony has a store that's open right now. That's embarrassing.
I know. I'll be posting though.
Okay, good.
And I got some TikToks that I want to make or some reels that I'm going to make. What?
What are they going to be?
I can't tell you.
Oh, God.
I can't tell you. Then I did want to say this, though. On Friday, when we were down in Point Pleasant Beach, we got our tie-dye hoodies delivered and crew necks delivered. And originally, when I saw the options for tie-dye hoodies on the website, there was like a very bright blue one. I was like, I don't know. I think that might be my least favorite of the hoodies because I really did like the cotton candy like rainbow hoodie. And then I did like there's a green one, like a olive green kind of tie-dye look. But we were sent the blue one as a sample, and it is so cool. And that's what I posted about this morning. I was going to the gym wearing it, and I was like, I did not think I was going to like this hoodie as much as I do.
Yeah.
And even though it is very bright, it's not like annoying. It's not like one of the neons or anything like that.
No, it is really nice in person. Someone said, I wish you had the cotton candy in a tank top. That would have been sick, but it doesn't come in a tank top, unfortunately.
Maybe we can probably try to source it for next summer.
Yeah, I've been eyeing up new things of like, oh my God, what can we do next? My family's giving me all these ideas. I know Claire commented on Instagram that we need You Look Great weights. I don't really think shipping would be smart.
I mean, if you're willing to pay for it.
But we'll see.
That would be cool to have some You Look Great dumbbells or kettlebells at some point in my life.
Yeah, like, you like this and it says You Look Great every time you look at it.
There are companies that do like customized dumbbell sets. I mean, they're very expensive, but if I ever own my own home gym, you best believe I'm getting some custom weights.
Okay. Lenny from Queens said it's no longer worst assistant Anthony, it's worst promoter Anthony.
Yep. I'll take all the worst titles.
This is why just worst Anthony works.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It works. I took a break, I chose not to post the first week because I figured the first week we were going to be talking about it a lot. And people were going to be motivated to buy it because it's like launch. This is the week where the middle week is where you got to really like do the promoting. Because the last week is when everyone's like, oh crap, I've got no more time. I better buy today. So this is the week that really like separates, the men from the boys.
Okay. or the women from the girls. So let's go behind the curtain. Because
Yes.
this is how my brain thinks behind the scenes we're promoting is because the Instagram algorithm is just like you're floating through the multiverse and whatever. Like you just catch things randomly. You may never see them again.
The metaverse.
What if you post well, I was thinking multiverse like in Marvel.
Oh, okay.
You know, how they're flying around all the things and you could end up in the paint drippy one. What if you were the paint drippy one that someone could have gone through for a hot second and seen that post, but now they'll never see your post again.
Okay.
But that was the time to get them as a customer.
I just want
Every
everyone to
second
know.
You're not posting as a customer lost.
If you get annoyed with my post, it's because I've got Drill Sergeant Marie making sure that I post every day from here on out. But I do want to get into some of the things that are on this list. We haven't even touched on those, and we're 25 minutes into the show. Today is June 20th, 2022. We are both in New Jersey at the moment at our parents' houses. And the first thing on the list is, Elon Musk firing some people from Tesla. Now, you talked about this in the morning show podcast, Carla Marie.
Yeah, I did.
So give us some of the details first.
So it seems like a bunch of employees circulated a letter that said something along the lines of like, we're embarrassed by his like actions. Like, yes, he's great at running this company, but publicly what he's doing is just he's making himself look dumb. You know, the whole back and forth Twitter thing, just how he acts, things he says isn't going well for us as a company because we look bad based on what he does. And they were urging other leaders in the company to kind of like condemn his actions. And they got fired.
Mm-hmm. Which, listen, at the end of the day, in most situations, in almost every situation, really, unfortunately, if you speak out against your boss, against the head of the company, you're going to get fired. That's just the way it is. I wouldn't blame 99.9% of CEOs for doing the same exact thing. However, here's the big but, is in his campaign to allegedly want to buy Twitter, Elon Musk has been this like proponent of free speech, right? Like you should be able to say whatever you want. So in this very, very, very specific situation, it's a little hypocritical for Elon Musk to say, you know what? I'm going to be this champion of free speech. I'm going to buy Twitter. I'm going to unban everybody, and you're allowed to say whatever you want. But if you speak out against me at my company, then I'm going to fire you.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the issue that people are taking. It's not the fact that people were fired for sending an open letter condemning their CEO. I think most people would expect to be fired.
But if you're the champion of free speech or whatever it may be, so it makes you think, is he actually like what's going to happen when he owns Twitter? Is if you say, oh, Tesla sucks, are you going to be banned from Twitter?
I mean, I don't think so.
I don't think Tesla sucks. I would like a Tesla.
have you seen those, was it Rivian? If I'm pronouncing it wrong,
I think it's Rivian.
Is it a French company?
Like Evian water, Rivian.
Exactly. Whatever it is, they make some pretty cool trucks. Also, Polestar is a company that I got to do this like event they were doing in Seattle when they launched the first Polestar car, which is, it's an electric company that's working with Volvo. So it's kind of like, I guess Volvo is part of it. And they look really, really cool. And they just released their second version of their car. And I have seen one or two driving around Seattle, and they look really cool.
The Polestar one?
Yeah. And I've
Don't
seen
they make
one
scooters?
Rivian. Say that again?
I would like a scooter. I think they make scooters. Did I make that up?
They might. I don't really know. Do you have the chat up, Carla? Can you see it?
Yeah, what?
Just if you can keep, because the chat's very small on my screen.
Okay.
So if there's anything good coming up in the chat.
Lenny said it's Rivian. Well, I don't know if that's un or un.
No, it's not un.
So Rivian. It's a Rivian truck, and they're $90,000 according to Elizabeth.
I mean, Teslas aren't cheap either, so
no.
I don't know how much the Polestar is. I should know that, but the event was also like right before the pandemic, so a lot's happened between now.
So
and
you
then.
have to add another 50%
because of inflation. But I can reduce some because I'm not paying for gas anymore.
True.
Right? So the cost of the vehicle over its lifespan.
You know what's so crazy is it hasn't like happened on this trip yet, but like my family in New Jersey is always like, yeah, but like how realistic are electric vehicles? Like, where are you going to charge them? And I was like, what? Not realizing that like we live in Seattle, you literally can charge your car for free everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's just available. You go to the grocery store, plug it in for free everywhere. where like they're all like, what if my charger dies? And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And I forget that like New Jersey is like 50 years behind technology wise and everything.
Well, and some states are much better at the infrastructure for electric vehicles than others. And New Jersey is one of the states where I think when who was our last governor? Christie. I think when Chris Christie was governor, he kind of slowed down the introduction of electric vehicles in New Jersey. And
he must be a part of big oil.
I mean, I'm sure most politicians are getting money from some big ass oil company. The other thing you talked about in the morning show podcast that I thought was pretty interesting was the milk thing. Oat milk.
I am fascinated by this.
So I think this is something where we're going to be on opposite sides of this argument.
I know you agree with it. I just don't agree with anything that is like a big institution. I don't trust them.
So explain it.
Okay. So Big Dairy, these like national milk producer, like literally the article I was reading, they were calling them Big Dairy. And so Big Dairy is like, that's not oat milk or almond milk. It's not milk. It has to come from like an udder of some sort is their theory, right? Is what they went to the FDA. It's got to come from the nip in order to be called milk, which like who made that definition? Like probably when we didn't have oat or almond milk. But anyway, so Big Dairy was like, no. These companies can't be saying milk on their packaging. They have to say beverage. And the reason Big Dairy is mad about it, they say, is because when you have a cup of milk, you get 8 grams of protein. When you have a cup of almond or oat milk, you're getting 1 gram of protein. They said this could...
What about pea milk? And don't be...
I don't know.
From peas.
I don't know. I know that's a thing, but it wasn't in the... I know cashew milk is a thing too, but they didn't, they weren't going after them.
Okay.
Their reasoning is this is detrimental to the health of America's children. And I was like, well, first of all, I don't buy jack shit that you're saying because you're seeing the sales of oat and almond milk going up and the sales of your fatty cow milk going down because people don't want to shit themselves anymore.
Okay, and you keep saying this. Some people, Carla Marie, can drink milk and be totally fine. I know that's not your life, but some people can drink milk and be totally okay. But the interesting thing is you mentioned the protein content, which I thought when I was listening to you tell that whole thing in Nerd News on the Morning Show podcast, which if you haven't listened, go check it out. The interesting thing to me was I feel like that was the wrong angle for them to take in terms of the protein content because all the oat and pea and almond milk companies have to do is artificially add protein into their mixture. And now they could be like, oh, well, now we have 9 grams of protein. So now we're more than regular milk. So now what's your argument? I think they should just stick to the fact that stop calling oat water milk. Stop calling
essentially
water
that's how
milk.
It's made.
What do you mean it's made? How it's made?
Oat almonds, they soak and then they are squished, essentially milked. So the act of milking is still
not milk.
Happening.
It's not milk.
Thank you to Elizabeth for saying what I say all the time. Humans are the only mammals that continue to drink milk after growing up.
Okay.
Also, the only mammals that drink another mammal's milk. You don't see a cow come and drink breast milk.
We're also the only animals that drive cars. We're also the only animals that cook our food. Are you going to stop doing all of that just because we're the only ones that do it?
I will. Yeah, I might.
The fact that you can't make the argument that we're the only ones that do something because we're the only ones that do a lot of things.
But maybe we should start telling women, you know what? You need to take your breast milk because there's a lot of calves that are thirsty because you took all their mom's milk.
What? I don't even really know what you said.
It's not fair.
What's not fair?
We're taking all the cow's milk. Their babies are thirsty.
Yeah.
And hungry.
I'm sure they're making sure the babies are getting something.
I'm going to be vegan. I'm done. I can't even handle.
And I'm not against people substituting oat milk or whatever instead of their regular milk. I'm just saying I agree. And for once, I agree with a big industry. Yeah. Like Big Milk, Big Mama's Milk. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we should be calling almond drink milk.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
we
like
s-
all
okay.
kind of there's
Wha-
nutrition facts being thrown left and right in the
Okay.
chat. I don't know what's true.
Hold on. Let me go back to something you said earlier, Carlimer. You said the
Okay.
process, right? The process of milking an almond. They soak it and then they compress it and then you get the almond milk. So do we call orange juice orange milk?
Let's do it. I'm in.
Right? Because that's kind of the same
I'll
thing.
call-
And we don't even
You're
have to
right.
soak oranges. You just squish them.
Well, that's the difference. It's not. Maybe it's not.
Do you
the
soak a
soaking
cow?
Part. I don't know. Have you ever milked? I actually have milked a cow. Little kid, I was like squeezing on its. Doot, doot, doot.
So if
It's
you're not
kinda
going to
weird.
call orange juice orange milk.
I'll call. I have no. If they were like, you know what, we're gonna start calling orange juice orange milk, I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah, because so many people would drink orange milk. Although I guess strawberry
Listen.
milk is pretty good.
I don't trust any. I first of all, listen. I know farmers have kept us alive all these years, but like farmers that are involved with like government work, I'm sorry, I can't trust them anymore because
Well, you don't trust
I
the
watched that
government.
show on Netflix. Well, I don't trust the government.
Yeah.
I watched the show on Netflix and I trust nobody. What's
Okay.
it called?
I don't know.
The G word.
Oh, right. So I agree with you 99% of the time. And I don't necessarily think that Big Milk is doing this for a truly altruistic purpose. I don't think they're like, oh, we
Yeah.
really care
We
about how
gotta
people are
save
getting their. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
America's
that's what
children-
they care
Guess
about.
what? Big Milk doesn't want you to breastfeed either, and I can't wait to see their reason why.
I just think in this very specific situation, I agree that maybe we should rename because here's one of the problems. I've purchased non-milk by accident because it says milk on the carton.
Okay, then you know what? They're right when they say like, "Oh, Americans are
Yes.
dumb and they can't figure
We're
out
so
what they're
dumb.
Read what you're buying."
We are so dumb. Everyone is dumb. Everyone is
Scotty.
dumb. Everyone is busy. Everyone is distracted. And if you think you're not, you're wrong.
Scotty said, not Scotty B, though he would be very heated in this conversation. He said, "Oh my God, milk or not milk? Hot topic. Put up a poll."
It's not milk. It might be delicious. It might be healthy. It might be better for the environment. It's not milk. And here's the crazy thing. Not calling it milk doesn't change anything other than the name.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So anyone who's like all riled up, like, no, we need to call this milk.
Oh, I don't care
doesn't
that it
make
needs to be
sense.
called milk. I don't care what it's called. If it's called almond beverage, almond juice, as like kind of Renee is bringing up,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. However, the reasoning behind why Big Dairy is doing this is not at all 1% for the betterment of America's kids.
You're most likely right.
That's, yeah.
And I agree with you.
Yeah.
So what would we call it? Juice? Could we call it almond water?
Oh,
What?
thank you, Michael. Why is the liquid from coconuts called milk and not juice?
I'm fine
Coconut milk.
It's
It's been coconut milk from ancient times.
but I drink coconut water.
That's different.
Oh, it's different. It's not the same
Because
thing.
no, it's different.
Is it like watered down? I guess. Is coconut water watered down coconut
I
milk?
think coconut milk is like the white part of the coconut is like mashed and they're still liquid. So like
Okay.
so I'll cook with that often.
Then you know
because
what?
I can't cook
Change
with
it.
the bad kind.
Change it. No more.
So it's gonna be coconut water and coconut juice, two different things.
You could call
Because
it
they're
coconut
okay.
fluids. What before?
Okay,
it's-
that's
and then it goes to coconut water.
This is why you're worst promoter, Anthony. Good luck promoting coconut fluids.
I'm just trying to tell it like it is. You know, if you don't like the truth, don't drink it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's coconut fluid.
Maybe Big Dairy should write that on all milk cartons. If you don't like the truth, don't drink it. And the truth is that you beat your cows and treat them poorly.
That I don't disagree with. Again, I agree with like all of the things outside of the name. I can get down
I know.
with.
You always get so you're like, it's not milk.
Yeah.
But I use it all the same ways I use milk. In coffees and teas or in cereals.
Okay. So if I put water in cereal,
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah.
I'm putting regular
Mhm.
H2O in cereal just because I use it
You're
the
an
same
idiot.
way I used milk. I would never, by the way. That is like, ugh. I can't
No,
even
now you
think of
have
it.
to do it.
But-
you have to do it now. We're gonna do it next week.
And someone's going to message and be like, I can't drink milk. I can only drink it with water. That sucks. I'm sorry, but that's not my life. That's not my story. That's not my journey. Now,
Not your journey.
if I replace my milk in my cereal with water, do I now get to call my water milk?
No, because it wasn't milk. Did you squeeze it?
Neither
before
was
you put
almond
it in?
milk.
Yeah, they're squeezed the same way you squeeze an udder.
You know, that's not. You literally said you've milked a cow, right?
Yeah, and you like.
Can you go to an almond bush? What do almonds grow on? A tree, a bush, a vine?
It's a tree.
What do
A
someone in
tree,
the
a
chat-
vine of something. I have no idea. Maybe they come from cows. We don't even know.
Maybe can you go to an almond plant, however it grows, almond vegetation. Grab an almond branch, leaf, vine, fruit, vegetable, and milk it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't.
I don't know. I've never
You can't.
tried. You don't know that. Have you tried?
You just told me what the process was. So you know that.
Yeah.
What do we have going on in the chat before we move on to the next
There's
topic?
there was no poll, so people are just yelling milk or not milk. It's just words of milk. I see a lot of not milk.
And the
Listen,
next thing
we got a lot. Oh, it was frozen. Hold on. Oh my God. There's an L in almond, Martha says. Are we just saying almond?
I'm not saying almond.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. It just makes my mouth feel weird. I don't like it. Almond.
Michael
There's
said,
isn't there an L in salmon too? I'm not saying salmon.
salmon? Is this what lunch with Socrates would have been like? If so, pass.
Yes, it probably is. Before we get too far
This
into
is
the
like
show,
lunch with the three of you.
we've spent too much time on almond milk, and it's not even on the list. There is something that we do need to get to on this list. Let me see if I can pull it up properly.
The poll is up. Don't worry, I'll vote for both of us.
Hold on, let me put this on the screen. So, we'll get to the results of that link or of that poll once we talk about the new airplane seats from hell. So let me preface what I'm going to put on the screen. I guess there was a design competition to see if you can rethink the way we fit human beings onto commercial airliners.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pull up the first picture where it's not installed. And I don't think it looks terrible. It looks kind of like a weird movie theater, right? And you'll notice that you've got a bottom row that kind of like dips down and then a top row of seats. Okay. So that is, are you seeing this, Carla Marie? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I saw them prior.
Okay.
You sent them to me.
Okay. So
I'm good.
that is kind of what it looks like before it's installed. Now, this is what it would look like as you were approaching your seat on the bottom row. You would have to fit
I don't know
into
how you
that
get in.
little cubby.
Okay, unpopular opinion, clearly, based off of what is happening in the chat right now. But as a short person, I do like the part where my legs can touch the ground and not like I could sleep like a baby in that position.
There is, so you can put your feet down, I guess, but there's also like a little cubby that you can slide your feet into and have like more like a chaise.
Put
seating.
me there.
Wait.
However.
Do you want to see the last picture when someone's actually sitting in it?
Yeah.
So this is what it looks like when someone's actually sitting in the seat.
Yeah, it's basically human centipede.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get down with that. I mean, first off, I don't trust anyone's butt in front of me. Not one.
Especially an airplane when everyone's gassy.
And think about this. Think about a little kid in front of you with their bag of Cheerios just dropping crap behind them in the slot with the armrest. Just you're getting showered now with Cheerios, Fruit Loops, whatever those puffs are, the healthy puffs that people give their kids. They look like cheese puffs, but they're not.
I don't.
This is the airplane seat from hell. Now, here's the question. Would you, considering how expensive airline tickets are now, if airlines said, hey, we can reduce tickets by 40% because we can add 50% more capacity, would you be down?
Yeah, take me everywhere around the world. 40%? 40%?
Now, I don't know if that's what they're saying, but and this is what I don't believe. Much like you don't believe Big Milk, Carla Marie, I don't believe that airlines are going to do something that saves them money and then pass that saving on to us.
No.
I think they're just going to say, hey, we can maybe reduce it like 10% and make
The who?
300% profit.
Who was just telling us that apparently airlines like actually don't make money like off of it's like how hard it is for them to make money off of a flight.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you're paying your
Who was
CEOs
telling us this?
hundreds of millions of dollars, I'm sure it's
Right.
hard to make any money.
And also the fact that there are no pilots and there are no flights happening right now.
Yeah.
You talked about that, right?
I did in the morning show podcast. Apparently, Pete Buttigieg, our transportation secretary, had a meeting with the airlines. Nothing's going to happen yet, but they've basically been put on notice. And if Memorial Day, what happened with the Memorial Day, where like 3,000 flights were canceled, happens again on the 4th of July, then I guess the government might step in. But that's not the point here. The point here is those seats from hell, which I'll put on the screen one more time in case you missed it. But could you actually picture, Carla Marie, the flight from New Jersey back to Seattle, which ends up being close to 6 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Could you picture sitting like that?
I would bend my little legs and sleep in a nook. Because honestly, I had first class on the way home, on the way back here, and I hated it because I couldn't get comfortable. I had to take my seatbelt and wrap it around my legs so that my legs would stay close.
Well, okay, now think about this. That picture that we're looking at is an aisle seat, right?
Yeah.
Imagine being the person in the middle.
Yeah,
You've got
tough.
someone on top of you and in front of you. You've got someone to your left, someone to your right. I would go absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I would feel so claustrophobic. I mean, and planes are tight. People feel claustrophobic and feel anxious already. I couldn't imagine putting people who, like, I'm pretty comfortable on a plane. Do I love heavy turbulence? No. But I'm pretty comfortable flying. I don't get like super nervous or anything like that.
Yeah, but if my sister would
exactly, imagine your sister or your mom or someone who gets legitimately scared sitting in that kind of situation.
I've gotten claustrophobic on airplanes. Our flight to and from Taiwan, because we were cramped. I had panic attacks both flights.
Did you really? I don't remember that.
Yeah. I see Elizabeth said I'm the first person to complain that it's not comfortable in first class. I'm comfortable in first class unless it's a red eye. Ask any short person, they'll tell you the same thing. The seats are too deep. So I literally am sitting like a child and I get off the plane with the worst back pain because my legs dangle for 5.5 hours.
We were actually flying to, we were flying to LA, I believe, so that we could go to Stagecoach most recently. The last time we were like both upgraded to first class on Alaska. Shout out to Alaska for upgrading their MVP people. But we were sitting in the bulkhead seats, which are like the front seats, and it was so cold.
Yeah, Anthony was like, "This sucks."
It was the worst. I couldn't get comfortable. I asked for a blanket. They don't carry blankets, I guess, because of the pandemic. I don't know.
Yeah.
As if a plane isn't just a cesspool of germs to begin with.
I had a blanket though on this flight.
You did?
Yeah, because it was overnight.
Oh, because it was a red eye?
Yeah, it was like quilted.
So pandemic rules don't matter if it's over at night because COVID doesn't do anything in the air at night.
So we are flying first class to Disney World, but we're on United, and my brother said there's a chance that we have pods because they've been randomly like using those planes.
I've never been in a pod.
Me neither.
I've never lived the pod life.
I will be like Instagramming everything if that happens, geeking out.
See, I don't think I would.
In a pod.
Maybe I would do it as long as I let everyone know that I could not afford those seats and they are not my seats.
Didn't pay. The only thing I paid for Disney are the clothes that I'm wearing.
I'm not gonna like little bow wow this thing. I'm not gonna pretend I'm on a private plane and then fly coach. I just don't. I know a lot of people will show like the lavish things they have access to and make it seem like that's their real life on social media. I can't do it. I fully cannot live that type of Instagram life.
No. It's crazy. I never in my life ever thought I'd fly first class, ever. And I've never paid for first class, but I have flown first class so many times, and most of it has been in the last 2 years ever since, because flying Alaska Airlines is truly like the only way to get to and from New Jersey from Seattle. It's the best way and sometimes the only way. And from Seattle, anywhere else that we go, literally anywhere, just on the West Coast or nearby, Alaska is the option.
Yeah, it's essentially Alaska and Delta are the only ones that really fully service Seattle.
And because of that, and because they were doing like double miles at one point and everything, I've been MVP gold the last 2 years. and you get upgraded. Like, I haven't been in a regular seat. I've either in Premiere or whatever. I get upgraded every time, and it's the most fun when you get that little ding that's like, you're now in seat, but it's always the first row because no one ever
no one
books
books it.
the first row in first class.
But it also, the other thing that you forget, Carla Marie, is not only do you fly more than most people, but you fly across the country very often. So it's easier for people like us who have to go coast to coast often to rack up miles. But
it's crazy.
The other thing, before we get out of here, okay, is this story coming out of Russia. It's the last thing on the list today. Woman eaten by...
thing.
What?
Sorry.
What'd you say?
I sent you something.
Oh, I didn't see.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay. Woman eaten by her pet cats. Now, there's way more to this story. So, not only was this woman eaten by her pet cats, apparently she was a cat breeder of is it Maine Coons or Mancoons?
Maine.
Maine Coons, which are gigantic cats, right? They're like basically large dogs.
They're wild, yeah.
Okay. So she breeds Maine Coons and apparently had 20 of them in her home.
Well, that's what you get for breeding cats.
So I guess she didn't show up to like work or some functions for a while. Cops finally showed up because people in Russia were like, hey, we don't know where this woman is. Can you do a welfare check on her? And the cops showed up and saw that she was partially eaten by her 20 cats. They predict she was, or assume she was dead for about 2 weeks.
But how'd she die?
The cats didn't kill her. She just collapsed and died.
We don't know that.
Well, I guess the report coming out is that she collapsed and died. Like there was no foul play by humans or the cats.
If a lion came across a body in the wilderness, they would eat it. And that's essentially like what Maine Coons are like, no joke.
And at the end of the day, you leave a bunch of animals without any food for a long time, they're going to figure something out. They're going to figure out a way to eat.
Though, to be honest, if one of my cats died and there was nothing to do, no food, I wouldn't eat them.
I think you would.
Okay, also, you can't have 20 pets and love them. Like, they're just like, this lady had us cooped up and was breeding us. Like, they didn't love her the way my cats loved me.
I actually, here's the interesting thing. I think regardless of whether it's this cat breeder in Russia or you, Carla Marie, I think that someone that insane about cats, there's got to be no better way to go.
Yeah, to let them make sure they live longer.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know that after you died, you helped sustain your cats for a little while longer until they were rescued?
Absolutely, because then what am I going to do? Just sit in the ground and rot?
Exactly. And then everyone dies.
John said, not the cat, while I don't work in the business anymore, I am a licensed funeral director embalmer. I embalmed a guy who had died and his Pomeranian started eating his fingers off.
That's crazy.
Which Pomeranians will eat your fingers off if you're alive. So.
But at the end of the day, they're all animals, right? You leave an animal without food for long enough, they're going to make do. They're going to figure something out. I mean, hell, humans do it sometimes.
Yeah.
What was that?
Meg said I would 100% the flight.
Yeah, what was the flight? Was that in South America? They crashed in or the Donner family ranch?
They were out there for okay, but they weren't dying.
No,
that was just crazy people.
No, I thought they went on a hike and they got lost and then one of them died.
The Donner family? Oh, yes.
Right? Isn't that the whole thing?
I was thinking of. Yeah, but I thought they were in trouble.
Let's see. It was Argentina. The movie was Alive.
Yes, I need to watch it still. Wait, Meg said, I would 100% love to be nourishment for my cats if I was dead. What do I need my body for? I'm with you.
I think it's probably for a crazy cat person. That's what they'd want.
Hold on. I guess people are asking John about why would you do that? Funeral embalmer, what is that something you were passionate about? He said, I was a paramedic and got burned out and it seemed like the next logical thing to do, but now I work in IT.
Which is worse than all of it.
Yeah, probably.
How many times can you fix the same printer for the same dummy at work? Let's see. I know I wasn't thinking of Jeffrey Dahmer, whoever said that in the chat. There's the Donner family.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yes, you're right.
I think it's Donner.
Yes.
Right? And then there's
I was thinking of Jeffrey Dahmer.
who is
Yeah.
somewhere in the Midwest eating humans for fun, killing them and then eating them.
Yeah.
John said IT is worse, but it pays more than the other two. That makes sense. Yeah, what are the facts about the Donner family? Was it? I don't think they were crazy people that decided to eat each other. I think they were a family. They were like a group that went out on a hike or something in the winter. Something along those lines.
I'll read it. The Donner Party, sometimes called the Donner Reed Party, was a group of American pioneers who migrated to California in a wagon train from the Midwest. Delayed by a multitude of mishaps, they spent the winter of 1846 through 1847 snowbound in the Sierra Nevada range. That's all Wikipedia is telling me at the moment. Okay. Some of the migrants resorted to cannibalism to survive, eating the bodies of those who had succumbed to starvation, sickness, and extreme cold.
There you go.
I mean, I would probably do it.
I mean, if the person,
but also back then it seemed,
if the person died of the cold or
dysentery?
something, I don't think if they were like sick, if they like had the flu and died, like I wouldn't trust eating them. But then again, what other options do you have? It's either that or like go out into the cold while you're weak and try to hunt an elk or something. And maybe I don't know if I could do that.
It also says that the Donner Party were murdering Native Americans to eat them.
That sounds very likely. For a bunch of pioneers heading out there, that sounds very, very likely.
Do they have descendants?
I don't know.
They have to. Yeah. James Fraser Reed and Margaret Reed, survivors of the Donner Party. The group made progress all the way. Could you imagine meeting someone that... It's like in Happy Endings when she meets the guy whose last name is Hitler.
Could you imagine trying to explain to your parents like your trials and tribulations as a teenager, but they went through the Donner era of pioneering, and they're like, really? I had to eat a human. Shut up and do your homework, loser.
Yeah.
What a day. What a day. We got to talk about some plane seats, some cats eating humans, Elon Musk.
Milk.
What else? Milk.
All the milks.
Lots and lots of milks. What is your plan for today while you're in Jersey, Carla Marie?
So I'm going to my goddaughter, my little cousin. Her 8th grade graduation is today. So I'm going to the party as soon as we are done. Literally starts in 4 minutes. So we're going to drive to Kinnelon, New Jersey to go to that. And then I'm so excited. Tonight, my BFF Alex, who lives upstate New York, flew into Newark yesterday. She came back from a wedding in Denver, and she was like, hey, if we can get dinner tomorrow night, I'll stay a day.
Cool.
And I was like, yes. So I haven't seen her since, I don't even know. So we're going to get dinner tonight. I'm so excited.
That's awesome. Well, we are going to wrap up the show so that Carla Marie can go to this graduation. I had anticipated going to the gym earlier today, but because we didn't edit the morning show podcast until late yesterday, decided to sleep in, get some rest, and be ready for the show. And I will say, I do kind of love doing the show at 11 o'clock on the East Coast. I woke up, I was comfortable. I went and got a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, talked to my brother for a little bit, talked to my mom. It's good times. Good times.
It is very nice. Let's see there. Oh, Robbie and Everett is starting a new position today.
Sweet.
So, woo, we need cheer sounds.
What is the position? And everyone, I think there are like high five emotes you can use.
Michael said that Carla Marie made the biggest mistake to date, picking Justin as her favorite brother. And Justin said, maybe you should spend more time with her. He also said, Misha's her favorite, but I'll take the shout out. This is true.
Well, all right.
Michelle feeds me.
I'm trying to see where... Oh, we'll talk about Carla Marie's interview. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll make sure to put that on the list.
Okay.
Carla Marie also has a separate list she would like to talk about. And Robbie and Everett, I think I saw community manager with a larger property. Awesome.
Cool.
Well, good luck with your new position. Thank you to everyone
Sarah,
who hung out with us.
happy late birthday. Happy late birthday, Sarah.
Oh, I can't play the sound. I'm going to have to install that at some point on a different piece of equipment. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. Thank you to everyone who showed up and who watched the stream of our final My Day Friday podcast. If you have not done so yet, the Morning Show podcast is available, and the You Look Great store is still open for a limited time. And there are sizes. I said it in the Morning Show podcast yesterday or Friday and today. There are sizes that are running low. So if you want to make sure you get everything that you want, please go and buy it now. I'm not forcing you to buy anything, but if you want something, buy it sooner rather than later to make sure that it's available for you. Other than that, Carla Marie, you got 30 seconds.
I'm putting in my link to the Morning Brew feature about me, and we'll talk about it tomorrow too, but I want everyone to read it.
Okay.
Click it so that they're like, oh my God, this girl got us so many clicks.
All right, check that out. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. See you tomorrow.
Peace out.